G'day, day 94, and I'm in Turkey on the last day to Gallipoli, and I've just encountered something that I didn't know I missed for 94 of those days. It's the first time it's happened on this trip, and it surprised me, and it slapped you around the old chops that's on the ride so far, and that is wind. Yeah, it's the first windy day of this whole trip, and really surprised me. Let's have a look at the old winometer. That direction. So I think I might be sticking the thumb out. Hi! I'm going to Gallipoli. Do you want to give me a lift? It's very windy. Chocolo. Chocolo.
Yes.
Yes. From England.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Going the wrong way. Old Stanley could have just fitted on the back of that trolley. Nice. But anyway, it is this way that I go. So Gallipoli, here I come. Hey, day 93 since departure, Ambleside, Gallipoli. Gallipoli's tomorrow. Hopefully arrive mid-afternoon, early evening. Beautiful sunsets. Let's go back. Fantastic. Heading south now, so that is to my west, my right. It's been at my back for every day apart from today when I turned south. Fantastic hospitality here in Turkey, and
buraya. There's nothing I can do. Bir adam geldi Mehmet'ten 4 lira hava atıyorlar ya. Really cry. Nerede dedim bak. There is nothing I can do. Fill me with a cry. Sahra'ya falan götürüyor. Bana bir şey verebilir misiniz? Diğerleri Ahmet Bey'e geçeriz söyleyeceğiz arabada. Gidayım buradan. Sabah tezgahtayız. As the years go passing by. Siz almış mısınız ama? Ben sizden önce aldım. Tamam mı benim? I would give you all. There's one thing you can't deny. Will my love follow you as the years go passing by?
That was better than BB King.
Okan, ya bakalım İngilizcen var diyordun gel.
Kim nerede? Yok abi.
Hep kaçak.
I'm cycling down to Canakalade from Gallipoli, and I've come across my first cemetery. It's a Turkish cemetery, and as you can see there, Turkish flag, 2 sentries, finding a suitable post, and it's the first rainy day of the whole trip, day 95, and there's a dog here as well keeping guard. I'll see if I can find him. He was over there. How do I point on the selfie mode? Oh, there we go, over there. As I pulled up on the bike, and he came across and checked me out. And I think he's a homeless dog actually, so affinity perhaps. G'day, g'day. February 21st, 2016, day 111 of this trip. So that's D-Day plus 110 by my Strava counting methodology. I am about 20 kilometres away from Anzac Cove on the Gallipoli Peninsula, and it's a glorious day's cycling. Sun's, well, it's out behind some cloud, and I've just once again experienced unbelievable hospitality at a small village behind me, about 10 kilometres. I rolled into town just on dusk. I tried unsuccessfully once again to buy a small cup of chai at the end of the day, before going off and finding 2 trees, something like that, behind some shrubs out of the way to pitch my hammock, and my sleeping bag for a kip. But as always, I was not allowed to buy chai, tea. I was shown nothing but outstanding hospitality. The local mayor went and got the one and only university student who just happened to be back from Istanbul for the weekend. He's the only person in town that spoke English, so he was seconded in. Hello! He was seconded in to do translation duties, and the local mayor went and opened up what can only be, I guess, the civic office, the doctor's surgery, part-time doctor's surgery, that had a comfy couch in it, and that's where I was emphatically told that I would be spending the night, as it was a possibility of rain, and other people were sent off to get me dinner, bread and cheese, big litre can of Coke, all good energy for today's well, not final ride, but today's ticking of the box of the first target of this trip, which is Anzac Cove. Suvla Bay first, and then over the next couple of days all the other Commonwealth war cemeteries, as well as the Turkish war cemeteries. I'm going to have to write up a great deal about the hospitality, because to my great shame I don't think a 50-year-old Turkish man cycling into a small Australian village would receive the same... Oh, need to go uphill. And would receive the same hospitality. Anyway, next stop, Anzac Cove.
When I was a young man, I carried me pack, and I lived the free life of the rover. From the Murray's green basin to the dusty outback, I waltzed my Matilda all over. Then in 1915 the country said, son, it's time to stop rambling, there's work to be done. And they gave me a tin hat and they gave me a gun, and they sent me away to the wall. And the band played Waltzing Matilda as our ship pulled away from the quay. Amidst all the cheers, the flag waving and tears, we sailed off to Gallipoli. How well I remember that terrible day, how blood-stained the sand and the water, and how in that hell that they called Suvla Bay, we were butchered like lambs at the slaughter. Johnny Turkey was ready, he primed himself well. He chased us with bullets, he rained us with shell. And in 5 minutes flat he'd blown us all to hell, nearly blew us right back to Australia. But the band played Waltzing Matilda as we stopped to bury our slain. We buried ours and the Turks buried theirs, then we started all over again. Now those that were left, well, we tried to survive in a mad world of blood, death and fire. And for 10 weary weeks I kept myself alive, though around me the corpses piled higher. Then a big Turkish shell knocked me ass overhead, and when I woke up in my hospital bed, I saw what it had done, and I wished I was dead. Never knew there was worse things than dying. For I'll go no more waltzing, Matilda, all around the green bush far and near. For to hump a tent and pegs, a man needs both legs. No more waltzing, Matilda, for me. So they collected the cripples, the wounded and maimed, and they shipped us back home to Australia. The legless, the armless, the blind and insane, those proud wounded heroes of Suvla. And as our ship pulled into Circular Quay, I looked at the place where my legs used to be, and thank Christ there was no one there waiting for me, to grieve and to mourn and to pity. And the band played Waltzing Matilda as they carried us down the gangway, but nobody cheered, they just stood and stared, then they turned all their faces away. And now every April I sit on my porch, and I watch the parade pass before me, and I watch my old comrades, how proudly they march, renewing old dreams and past glory. And the old men march slowly, all bent, stiff and sore, the tired old men from a forgotten war. And the young people ask, what are they marching for? And I ask myself the same question. And the band plays Waltzing Matilda, and the old men answer the call. But year by year the numbers get fewer, someday no one will march there at all. Waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda, ooh, come a waltzing Matilda with me. And their ghosts may be heard as you pass by the Billabong. Oh, come a waltzing Matilda with me.
Those heroes that shed their blood and lost their lives, you are now lying in the soil of a friendly country. Therefore, rest in peace. There is no difference between the Johnnies and the Meherts to us where they lie side by side, here in this country of ours. You, the mothers who sent their sons from faraway countries, wipe away your tears. Your sons are now lying in our bosom and are in peace. After having lost their lives on this land, they have become our sons as well. That's Suvla Bay over there in the distance. Oh, there's a dog. Okay, big boys, I'm going to pass. Anyway, I've finished my visitation of all the war cemeteries, both Allied and Turkish. So I'm back to Gallipoli tonight, make plans to head to France. I can't leave the field, however, without saying a word about my friend Todd Marlett, Big Todd, who had been to Gallipoli, done a very similar trip a few years ago, which isn't all that unusual apart from the fact that he's American, and how I miss his annual Anzac Day email to his Australian and Kiwi friends. This one's for you, Todd. Cheers, mate. No, see, I don't drink beer. Yeah. So just hot water. Thank you. Stop to take a photo of the sunset. I should actually be going that way, but I've come down the wrong road and the river is rising. I think all these houses are going to be flooded. But now my new friend has asked me in for a drink, but I think there's just alcohol on offer at the moment. But I think I've used the international sign language for... Oh yes, just... just hot water for me, please. Nescafe. Oh, thank you. Okay.
Hey, måste du av dem?
No beer for me, thanks.
No.
No. I don't drink. I know it's a hard concept.
I'll coffee you.
Oh yes, okay.
Always get what you want, but if you try sometimes, you just might find you get what you need. Yeah, you get what you need. When I went down to Chelsea drugstore to get your prescription filled, I was standing in line with Mr. Jelly. Man, he looked.
Quer consegue, desceu porta, ô Mica? Quer consegue?
Okay. Hello. Hello. My name is Mick and I'm from Australia, and I would just like to teach you, to start with, I'll just teach you a little bit of Australian. So if you can say after me.
Wait.
Yes.
Face Mickey é znaczy Michael i Mickey jest z Australii. On ci sada da vas nauči nešto na australijskom, i on će sad to da kaže i vi ćete to da ponavite. Onda ćemo vam reći šta to znači. Ajde, come on.
Okay, so say after me. Once a jolly swagman.
Još jednom.
Camped by the billabong. Under the shade. Of a coolabah tree. Very good. Very good. That's it. That's it. Once a jolly swagman. A swagman is a traveller.
I don't know. I think it's too hard.
Yes, it's just okay. Okay.
Can't always get what you want. You can't always get what you want. No, you can't always get what you
Oh, drop my torch. Well, it's 11:15 on Sunday 24th of April, and I'm heading from Albert, which is back over there, up this big hill and straight ahead to the other side of that town there, to Villers-Benox, where at 2 o'clock in the morning the Australian Memorial site will open up for the dawn service starting at 5:30. I'm going to get as close as I can. The roads are apparently closed, and get as close as I can tonight, then pitch my hammock, get an hour or two kip, then dawn service. Then I'll be visiting the two graves, one of Andy Payne's great uncle and then my great uncle. So, catch you in the morning.
Each year in commemorating Anzac Day, I acknowledge the many thousands of you who have come to Villa-Bretonneux and those of you who are watching at home. 100 years ago.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound. Lord, that saved. Save the not me. I'm found. I was blind, but now, I
It's always a bit of a worry having shell shot fall on your head from the trees overhead. I guess what that sign means is shooting range. Yep. Okay, here we are. Dirt track heading to the Val. And today the back wheel really is giving the heebie-jeebie-jeebies. Been sort of going for the last couple of days, but now we're at the situation where I can't go that way and I can't go that way, and it seems to be to do with this braking mechanism in the hub. So it's like Tim Tams and Beards, it's an all or nothing situation. The brake comes on solidly and locks, which is a real pain.
We went further. The general direction of policy will leave us in at best a weak negotiating position and possibly an inescapable one. The inevitable consequences will be to make the supposed control by Parliament illusory rather than real. Well, Mr. Davis is with me for his first interview since that letter was sent. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
On Friday, you sat around the table with your cabinet colleagues and you agreed to support Theresa May's plan. 48 hours later, you were writing your resignation letter. What happened in those 48 hours to change your mind?
Let's start accurately. When we debated this cabinet on Friday, my opening remark to Theresa was, Prime Minister, as you know, I'm going to be the odd man out on this, and she knew that because I'd written to her earlier in the week.
But you supported them?
No, cabinet collects responsibility.
Hi. Europe is too small when you bump into your German Tinder dates in France. How are you?
Yes, fine.
This is just like Broadchurch.
I never recognize it, but
Except hopefully neither of us will get murdered. Just coming up to 7 p.m. on the 19th of October 2018, and I'm just going to camp tonight in the corner of this paddock here, which is on the road from La Ambre de Gouze to St. Martin Riviere, and from what I can tell of the Red Cross's casualty reports about my great uncle Kenneth, he was killed in the early morning between, well, the statements vary from 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. on the 20th of October. So I will camp here. It was in a foxhole nearby. Corporal Kenneth Whitty died in the early hours of the 20th of October 1918, 100 years ago today. My grandfather's younger brother. Bombardier Albert Victor Wooten died in the same foxhole as my great uncle in the early hours of the morning, 20th of October 1918. Their name liveth forevermore.
Deeper into crisis, the Turnbull government, a number of the resignations of ministers. We know that Matthias Cormann has withdrawn his support, so has Michaelia Cash and Mitch Fifield from the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister appears to have lost the numbers to remain Prime Minister. We still don't know where the party room meeting will happen to determine who will be the Prime Minister of Australia and the Liberal Party leader. We're coming to you live for a 1-hour special of the party room. Patricia Carvella, also Fran Kelly, my co-host, trying to give you the lowdown, I suppose, of what's happening in Canberra. This is incredibly significant stuff. Scott Morrison is also now set to run for the Liberal leadership. So this is at least, we have two candidates. We have Scott Morrison, we have Peter Dutton, who still, can I say, based on my latest communications, still has the numbers of the party room. And we don't know what Malcolm Turnbull will do. He has not resigned. He has not called yet a meeting or a press conference to resign. This is extraordinary stuff, Fran Kelly.
Became clear something was not quite right with me. I fell over and had great difficulty getting up again. My mother realized something was wrong and took me to the doctor. I spent weeks in Bart's hospital and had many tests. They never actually told me what was wrong, but I guessed enough to know it was pretty bad. In fact, the doctor who diagnosed me washed his hands of me, and I never saw him again. He felt that there was nothing that could be done. At first I became depressed. I seemed to be getting worse pretty rapidly. There didn't seem any point working on my PhD, because I didn't know if I would live long enough to finish it. I had come to Cambridge to do cosmology, and cosmology I was determined to do. Then the condition developed more slowly, and I began to make progress in my work. After my expectations had been reduced to zero, every new day became a bonus, and I began to appreciate everything I did have. And there was also a young woman called Jane, whom I had met at a party. Getting engaged lifted my spirits, and I realized, while there's life, there is hope. There are many ambitious experiments planned for the future. We will map the positions of billions of galaxies, and we will better understand our place in the universe. but we must also continue to go into space for the future of humanity. It has been a glorious time to be alive, doing research in theoretical physics. The fact that we humans, who are ourselves mere collections of fundamental particles of nature, have been able to come this close to an understanding of the laws governing us and our universe is a great triumph, and I'm happy if I have made a small contribution. I want to share my excitement and enthusiasm about this quest, so remember to look up at the stars and not down at your feet. Try to make sense of what you see and wonder about what makes the universe exist. Be curious, and however difficult life may seem, there is always something you can do and succeed at. It matters that you don't just give up. While there's life, there is hope.
Lane 101, 3 years and 103 years to the day since my grandfather got on his boat from Melbourne to Alexandria and on to France. I've had 3 fantastic years and I'm getting on that big boat, rocked by to get back to England and continue this journey. Pedal uphill a bit. Ooh, we're gonna make it. Oh, starting to zigzag. Zigzagging. Zigzagging. Ooh, made it. Au revoir, France. Merci buckets. Hey, hey. Welcome to Britain, Stanley. Wonder how many kilometres you'll be doing here. Yep. Okay. Cheers, mate. Ah, it's like one of those proof of life videos. 28th of November 2018, and I have here my grandfather's dance card. 28th of November 1918, Heytesbury in Wiltshire. And the only building big enough that could have held such a ball is Heytesbury House. It's now been turned into apartments, so it's not as if I can go in and have a look. But a grand building indeed. When it was here 100 years ago tonight, that my grandfather would have celebrated the signing of the armistice just 3 weeks before. Hey, it's Zeffirelli's. Oh, my favourite postbox. Well, it's Tuesday, January 8, 2019, and I was last here 1st of November 2015. So I'm going to get a nice cup of tea. The bike, it sits nicely there, and this is Rattle Gill. And it's open. Hey, hey!
Oh, don't video me, I'm not
No. I'll do knees down.
My old man
How
from the
are you?
west, I'm good.
Oh yeah, good.
Look, we've got a small person.
Oh yeah. 15,512 miles.
On your bike?
Oh yeah.